Dr. Miller, tell us about your career path coming to Hardin-Simmons. How did you get here?
Well, it's rather convoluted over many years, but ultimately I was the dean of science and math in Dallas area, one of the community colleges. After 11 years, I was tired of being in administration.
I don't know what that's like.
Well, you need to. Anyway, I wanted to go back into the classroom, and so I left administration, and I had an opportunity to come to the Abilene area at Cisco Community College, and so I took the position, and that's what led me to Abilene.
What is it that you love about math? It seems like it's so structured.
Well, I originally started to be an astronomer, and got into a math class where I was challenged by the professor and realized I was actually pretty good at it. So I became interested. I also learned very quickly that I knew how to teach other people the concepts of mathematics.
What do you love about Hardin-Simmons students, the ones who take your class, that make it through?
Well, most of them make it through. One of the things they have to learn is that they are responsible at this level for their own knowledge. And getting them to understand that and to take steps in that regards is one of the greatest challenges that I encounter. But the thing I like about Hardin-Simmons students is that once they get past that point, usually by their third or by the fourth year, then they're into their subject material, and they're very anxious to work with me to learn more deeply, more thoroughly.
Recently, you sent me a story about some folks that a young person you poured into their life and what they're doing now. Can you just touch on that?
I think you were 7 years old at the time, Eric. It's 1975.
That was just a few years ago, right?
Right. I used to, when I was an undergraduate, and again when I was a graduate student, I used to run summer programs for high school students. And they would come on the campus for about 10 weeks during the summer, and I would work with them in astronomy and mathematics and rocketry. And one summer, summer of '75, I had a group that came in and spent the 10 weeks with me, and we did a lot of things. I had field trips, and they did research activities, and we did experiments out in the field, and as well as classroom work. But that group there was something different about that group, and I knew it at the time. They have since, over the years, have gone out into their own professionally. And one was just retired recently from Los Alamos National Laboratory. He was a statistician, a mathematician. He got a PhD in mathematics. He now is a guest researcher for the lab, and he just recently launched his software, just recently went on board a rocket launched into orbit, spacecraft into orbit from a Wallops Island Station launch location. Another one is he's a multimillionaire, runs a financial firm, investment firm with 17 employees. The third one, he was a big problem. He was a challenge as a student, but he's just retired after 30 years at Sandia Laboratory, Kirtland Air Force Base in Albuquerque, and has secured a position being responsible for cybersecurity for the NSA in Washington. And these kids all just started together as a group in this summer program, and over the years have kept in touch as a result of this program, and come back and say to me that they're happy that they had this opportunity. But as I pointed out to them, all I was their guide. I said, go that way, young man, and you'll be successful in mathematics and science. And they chose to go that way.
I always heard from you, whatever happens, if you come running in the door and you tell me to run,
don't ask any questions.
Just run.
Just go.
Why?
Well, because one of the things that we do through our NASA grant and this outreach program in astronomy to the 7,000 schools around the world is they find asteroids, mostly between Mars and Jupiter, but they also find asteroids near Earth. We are part of the Planetary Defense Program through NASA, whose job is to find those Earth-threatening asteroids that are 140 meters or bigger in diameter, that can destroy a city, or even destroy a state if they're bigger. And so we're looking for those.
Well, whatever you do, don't keep your eye off the sky, because I want to make sure we are all around for a little bit longer. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you sharing.
Thank you.